So following Elvis Ahorgah's round 5 knockout defeat to Callum Simpson in their Commonwealth Super Middleweight title fight on February 1st, 2025 at the OVO Arena in Wembley. Well, these are the 11 lessons that I learned from the fight, and I'm going to share with you right here on Sports Update Ghana. Please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. So the first lesson I learned from this fight is that, well, with this fight, the Ghanaian boxer, popularly known as Ghana's soldier boxer, has gained experience fighting his first international fight. Well, you can't say that Elvis Ahorgah went there to fight without any experience. Now he has learned how to fight international fight and also learned how to fight title fight. So next time when he's going out there, he knows that he has to prepare well. He doesn't have to just go there and take on an opponent and fight him. He has learned the rudiments of how international fights are conducted, and that is different from how Ghanaian fight or fighting local fights are. And I know that Elvis Ahorgah has learned very well from this fight. Now, the second lesson that I believe that Elvis Ahorgah has learned from this fight is that, well, he has built his reputation with his talks and interviews. It's been a long time after the likes of Azuma Nelson, after the likes of Joshua Clottey, after the likes of Bukom Bankum, that we've seen a Ghanaian boxer talk so very vocal and without fear, and granted interviews that has gone viral. You know, prior to this fight wasn't popular. It was the interviews and his talks during the press conference and stuff that made the fight gain notoriety, that made the fight gain attention, and people started gaining interest for the fight. And I think that is a big lesson that Elvis Ahorgah has taken notice, and I'm sure moving forward he should do more talking so that it to create awareness for his fight. So this is the second lesson that I learned from the game, the fight against Callum Simpson. Now the third thing I learned from this fight is that, well, the Ghanaian boxer who is soldier boxer has been motivated to improve on his boxing style. He fought against another orthodox boxer. He himself is an orthodox boxer, and their best punch is their right hand. And I'm sure that from this fight he has learned a lot, and I believe that he's motivated to go out there and improve, and that the next time we see Elvis Ahorgah, soldier boxer, fight again, he wouldn't be the same thing that he exhibited in the fight against the UK boxer at Wembley, but that he would fight properly and with the motivation that he's going out there to knock out his opponents. Now, the fourth thing that I learned from this fight from Elvis Ahorgah is that, well, he has gained exposure on how to fight for a title. Fighting for a title is different from fighting from the Ghana Boxing League, where you go out there to pick up points. But if you are fighting for a title fight and you know you're a Ghanaian fighting in a foreign land, you should know that your best win is a knockout. That's the only thing that you can trust, and not to go in targeting the point, because the judges over there mostly are not ready to give you the victory, and that you should be prepared for the fight and go all out to fight and beat your opponent. Now, the fifth thing that I learned from this fight is that, well, the Ghanaian boxer that is Elvis Ahorgah has earned more money. Yes, fighting in Ghana and fighting in UK, you can tell a lot. It's not just about the money, but it's about the exposure as well. But I believe that most importantly, money is very important. Prior to this fight, Elvis Ahorgah's biggest money that I think he has received from boxing was from the fight against Bahubali at the Bukom Boxing Arena, which was promoted by IT Powers. And I think that from this fight against Simpson, he has earned more money. Even if it's £1,000, I know it can do a lot. You just do the conversion, but I think it is more money. And I think going to the next fight, well, I'm sure he will use this money effectively to prepare for fight. Now, the sixth thing that Elvis Ahorgah, I think he has learned from this fight is that he has to prepare well for fight. When I'm saying prepare well for fight, not just about training, but prepare well knowing the weather that you are going to fight. You are going to fight in Canada, USA. If you are going to fight in the Arabian country, Riyadh to be precise, where now most of the boxing fights are going. You should be well conditioned and prepared, knowing that where you are going, you know the weather. Is it cold out there during January, or it's a little bit hot around June, July there, so that you prepare and condition yourself for the fight. And I think that he has to prepare not only with the training, but also prepare knowing his opponent. If you know your opponent well, you know their weaknesses and their strengths, and you know what to do in the fight. Now, the seventh thing that I think Elvis Ahorgah has learned from this fight is that he has learned to cover his guard and take cover for himself very well. He lost his guard in the fight a couple of times, and that warranted his defeat in round 5 to Callum Simpson. And I think that from now onwards, you go out there, watch the fight repetitively, and his coaches will tell him what to do and what made him lose the fight in round 5, because he was fighting very well. It's just that he was exposed, or he exposed himself to danger with the kind of barrage of punches he received in the end. Now, the eighth thing that I think that Elvis Ahorgah should learn is that he has to improve his counter punching game. When you are fighting and your opponent is punching you, Elvis Ahorgah, soldier boxer, what you should do is to punch back, counter punch. If he throws 2, throw 3. If he throws 4, throw 5. That is how Manny Pacquiao was able to dominate boxing. Don't fight like Mayweather, where you fight one pound for pound. It's good to fight pound for pound, but the counter punching should be more. And also your combos, you have to work on your combinations. If you hit your opponent and you realize that he's weak, don't just give him much time to breathe and recover. Add more punches, and that way you can knock him down in the fight. And I think that this is another lesson that Elvis Ahorgah has learned from this fight. Now, the ninth thing that I think that Elvis Ahorgah should learn from this fight is that he has to dictate the fight strategically. Going into the fight against Simpson, I realized that he had a strategy, but the strategy didn't map well, and the strategy didn't go down very well. The strategy was to knock down his opponent. I don't know whether round 1, round 2, or round 3, but he knew he was supposed to knock him down. But when he went into the fight, he saw that he could fight him pound for pound in the middle, but he ended up chasing Simpson to the ropes, thinking that everywhere he went in the ring he can defeat his opponent. When you watch the fight between Klitschko versus Tyson Fury, or Klitschko versus Anthony Joshua, the ring was big so that the opponents couldn't go to the ropes, but they would stand pound for pound in the ring, and that was how they were able to win that particular fight. And I think that the Ghanaian boxer, that is soldier boxer, must work on his strategy, knowing that, okay, this fight I'm going, I'll make sure I keep the opponent at the center. I'll keep my distance or close range and knock him out round 2, round 3, round 4. When you listen to Azuma Nelson and the likes of the greatest boxer of all time, that is Muhammad Ali, they will tell you that I know I'm going to knock out this opponent in round 4. When you listen to Azuma Nelson, he will tell you in one of his fights that he told his brother or his coach that when you get to round 6, let me know so that in round 7 I knock out my opponent. And I think that this is one thing that Elvis Ahorgah should learn from his game, his fight against the UK boxer. Now, the 10th thing that I learned from this fight is that Elvis Ahorgah has to improve on his stamina. I think that he hasn't fought through the length, or maybe there's something wrong on his stamina, but I think that he has to work very well. It's not just about showcasing your 6 packs, but if you are showcasing your 6 packs and your lats are not very strong, your 6 packs, your stomach is okay, but your lats are not strong. When you are punched on the side of your stomach, you are going to go down. So you have to increase on your stamina. Your legs, if your legs is becoming wobbly in the fight, that please work on it. Don't just go into the fight. Different opponents, different strategy. Work on your stamina if you want to go very far and win a world title, because I like how you fought over there against Simpson. Now, finally, this is a bonus one. The 11th thing that I think that Elvis Ahorgah has to do very well is negotiate for more money. Now you've been exposed, you have a good reputation. The foreign matchmakers and promoters will be coming for you when you are going to negotiate for more money. Not just for more money, negotiate that you get your ticket 2 months ahead of time. Go there and in your negotiation, tell them that you want a gym to train 2 months before the fight, so that you'll be at the venue or the country that you are going to fight 2 months ahead of time, so that you go and fight, not just go and negotiate for the money. The money is important, but if you go and you are earning more money and you are not winning titles and fights, your reputation will go down very soon. You are just 24 years, and I think that you should be able to do this negotiation very well. If your matchmaker is not, or promoter is not being able to negotiate very well, call me. I'll show you the strategies. I've been reading now, and now I know how fighters negotiate very well for fight. In fact, what you eat, where you sleep, you can negotiate for a first class hotel. You can negotiate that you get a Ghanaian cook and not go and be eating the food that the UK people, or when you go to Saudi Arabia, what they eat, so that you don't go and eat something that would be at your own detriment. So yes, these are the 11 things that I learned from Elvis Ahorgah's fight against Simpson. If you think that there is more lesson from this game or this fight, share your thoughts in the comment section. But my name is Joseph Adamafiu, and I love sports for real. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for doing the watching. Please subscribe.